Hello everyone, this is a review of the PNSO Ankylosaurus model. Alright, moving on to the model. This model is very heavy, very chunky, and it's made from a really thick, kind of rubbery vinyl, whatever you want to call it. Either way, it just feels very high quality, very nice in the hand. And then just moving on to the head. I have no complaints with any of the sculpt or details on this entire model. It's just all done really nicely. His head is cocked to one side, kind of like a curious, almost like dog-like expression. It's pretty cute. Adds some realism to the model. On the front here, just some bigger kind of scales towards the front. Good sculpting in all of the ridges and the horns and the spikes. Some tiny little just black dotted eyes. Not much of a mouth happening there. There's the underside of the neck. Just kind of moving on to the middle of the body here. Nice big osteoderms, big spikes, and then some kind of smaller, almost looks like turtle-like kind of scales, like the shell of a turtle on the back. Very nicely sculpted. There's kind of like this dusty, sandy wash over the whole thing. It kind of feels like it's been walking through a desert, which is pretty cool. Here's the other side. A nice mix of yellows and oranges and browns. Very warm, very desert feeling, like I said. Here's the underside of the stomach. Nice sculpting and wrinkles. Very chunky animal, but very lifelike. So lots of good details there. Just some plain scales underneath that go all the way down to the tail. Very crocodilian-like underneath. There's the underside of the feet as well. Not much happening up front. Very elephant rhino-like in the back, and then the front feet are a little more defined. Those look pretty nice. This one is kind of lifted up in the front right here, kind of like a walking motion. There's some closer up details on the side. This figure just feels really nice in hand. All of the sculpting is just so expressive, so lifelike. Very satisfying to hold. Moving on to the back of the tail. There's the top. And then here is the club. There's the underside right there. Some darker washes underneath. Not much happening on the top. Alright, moving on to some measurements here. He's about 23 centimeters, which is about 9 inches long. Here's a quick look at the packaging. This is model 13. We have a big long picture on the front and then a logo just right there. Flipping over to the back, it's the same thing. The front is another angle of the model. Just some logos and catchphrases. Here is the side, and then the other side is just some legal stuff. As per usual with PNSO, you get a little information booklet with information on the dinosaur and the model, and then also just a little like drawing instruction guide, which is pretty neat. And you also get this really cool poster. It has the Ankylosaurus there, some sort of sauropod in the back, some more herbivores and whatnot. And also in the corner right here are some facts about the Ankylosaurus. Overall, just a very expressive, very lifelike figure. Amazing sculpt, amazing details, really good paint apps, and a really nice dusty sandy wash over the whole thing. Just beautiful figure. Definitely recommend this. Really affordable, good price for what you get. And I think if you're an Ankylosaurus fan, you're gonna love this model if you can get your hands on it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.